So now let's ask the question, are there long-term effects for those who don't get treatment for mental health? Yes. Are there long-term effects for children who have untreated trauma? Yes. We see it in adulthood. They're now the adults who are in therapy, whose trauma and mental health went untreated for so long that they're having problems functioning in their adult life. So yes, there are absolutely long-term effects of untreated trauma and not taking care of a child's mental health. We see that in emotional regulation. They're unable to manage their emotions. They're unable to manage stressful situations or life challenges. The reality is we will all face life challenges, and it's important for us to be able to manage those challenges as they come along. But those coping skills that we talked about before and ways to identify the emotions that we're having, those are critical parts of our development as children so that we can handle them in our adult life. When we don't know how to do that in our adolescent phases, then we don't know how to do that in our adult phases. So it's definitely important to provide them with the resources needed so that they can live thriving, successful lives as adults, being able to manage the challenges that they may face and will face because we're all human and we face challenges. There also are long-term effects in our relationships, our attachment to others. It's important that we take care of our mental health now so that we can have healthy, successful relationships in our adulthood. There also are other risk factors like chronic illnesses and addiction risk. Just like children can turn to unhealthy coping skills, that's what happens in adulthood too. We turn to unhealthy coping skills to manage what we're going through. And we want to teach them healthy coping skills instead of unhealthy coping skills. Mental illness is also a risk factor. Having depression, anxiety, and other post-traumatic stress disorder, having mental illness can be a result in untreated trauma. And that can look like having emotional effects, behavioral effects, physical effects, developmental effects, and the risk of intergenerational trauma. What does that mean? That means you pass it along to your children because you didn't get the help that you needed when you was a child. We go ahead and pass it along, and now we continue with these patterns. We want to make sure that we are getting the help necessary so that we don't now project it onto other people, that we don't continue the cycle in our own families. This is why mental health is important. This is why having this conversation about mental health is truly necessary and needed. We have to be able to address the issues so that we can change the issues. I know you guys have heard the saying before, you cannot heal what you don't reveal. We have to be able to reveal what's happening, get help for it so we can heal it and have healthier things in our future. Let's talk about mental health.